Hi there. Welcome to the second lesson on investing. Let's make sure you are ready to build a stock portfolio. Did you open up an Easy Equities account? Do you know what is an ETF? Do you know about inflation? If you answer no to these questions, please re-watch the last video. Before we invest, let us determine how to split our money based on our goals. If you are investing for the short term, which is less than a year, you can't take risks, so use a normal savings account. If you are investing for a medium term, which is less than 3 years, you want mostly bonds and a small % stocks. If you are investing for a medium to long term, which is around 7 years, you want equal percentage of bonds and stocks. If you are investing for a long term, which is greater than 7 years, you want mostly stocks and a small % bonds. The higher the % of stocks, the higher the return you can expect. This also means more risk, but the risk is reduced the longer you plan on investing for. There are some expectations you need to have before getting started. Investing carries risk. This is not professional advice. Please speak to a professional if you are unsure. Pause and read the disclaimer. It is not a way to get rich overnight. You will build wealth steadily in the long term. The markets can go down sometimes, but the investment goal should allow for sufficient time for the markets to recover. Cool, let us get started and buy our first stocks. First, download the free Excel file in this video. On the tab called Data, you can find all the information used in the rest of the sheet. The ticker is the name you can use to Google a stock and is found in brackets next to the name of the stock. These specific ETFs can all be found in the TFSA on Easy Equities. Feel free to replace them with other ETFs you might be interested in. The time horizon describes your investment goals. The percentages for stock to bonds are given for an average profile. You can change these percentages, but make sure you remember: more stocks means more returns at higher risk. The closer to retirement or your goal, the more bonds you need to have. Another way to do it is to take your age as the percentage of bonds you need every year. Great, let's move on to the next tab. We are going to keep our investing simple with 3 ETFs at most. You can add more diversity and more ETFs as you do more research. We will only fill out the orange cells and the sheet will do the rest. I made 3 options of portfolios using different ETFs. The sheets are identical on each option, so the steps we learn here can be used on all. First, we have to choose our investment goals. Make sure this updates as you get older. This will give us a guideline on how much stocks and how much bonds we should have. These are the 2 ETFs I chose for option 2. You can replace them with your own choices if you feel like. You then input how much you have of each. Start with 0 if it is your first purchase. The current summary tells you how much money you have in stocks and bonds, and how much you should have had. Next, input how much money you want to invest. This will tell you how much stocks and bonds you need to buy or sell. If it is negative, it means sell some of this to buy some of the other. In this case, the 2,800 bonds you sold plus the 1,000 you're putting in will let you buy 3,800 stocks. Go on to Easy Equities and make your purchase or sale. After you have done your purchase, your portfolio should look like this graph. Congratulations! You now have a stock portfolio. Invest regularly and build up your wealth. Stay tuned for the next section on what insurance to buy.